Today, we're diving into a really profound spiritual concept called Andaryogam, which you can think of as the path of inner union. It all comes from the Tamil text Daily Meditation by Swami Chidbhavananda. And believe me, it all kicks off with one single, powerful image. Seriously, this one image is the key to the whole thing. Just picture it, a child, totally lost in playing with its toys, but then suddenly remembers what's truly important and just drops everything to run to its mother. This one sentence really sets the stage, the whole emotional and spiritual tone for everything we're about to get into.
Okay, so to really get what this is all about, we've got to break down this analogy, right? In this whole spiritual journey, who is the child? What are the toys? And of course, who is the mother? Let's take a closer look.
And you know, it's actually beautifully simple when you lay it all out. The child, well, that's us, you, me, the spiritual seeker. And the toys, those are all our worldly affairs, our jobs, our goals, all the daily distractions that just eat up our attention. And the mother? She represents the divine, that ultimate source of comfort and love that deep down we're all looking for.
So, that leads us right to the toys, or what the text calls the game of worldliness. Now, it's not saying these things are bad in themselves, but it's asking us to really look at our relationship with them. You know, how much of our time and our energy are they really taking up?
And this is the central question the text throws right at us. It's a direct challenge. Is it really the best use of our one life to be constantly, and I mean constantly, without any break, just caught up in the hustle of daily life? Well, the text has a very clear answer to that.
Right, so here's the key thing to remember. The warning is against constant immersion. It's just like that child playing. We can get so lost in our own toys that we completely forget there's something bigger, something way more essential, right there. And this constant distraction, it can lead to a state that the text describes with a very powerful term.
And that term is Piravipa Rumkadal. It translates to the great ocean of births. This is a classic idea. You might know it as samsara, this endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. It's this feeling of being lost at sea, just tossed around by the waves of worldly life, with no real direction.
But hey, the text doesn't just leave us with the problem, right? It actually offers a really clear solution. There's a path to avoid drowning in that big ocean. It's all about consciously turning away from the toys and turning towards the mother. So how do we actually do that? And the path you'll see is surprisingly simple, but it's also incredibly profound. First step, you have to create space. From time to time, you just consciously set aside your worldly stuff, just like the child dropping its toys. Then, in that new, quiet space you've made, you move to step 2. You actively seek grace. You turn your focus inward, upward, toward that higher purpose. And what happens when you do this? The results is huge. The text says that by consistently making these little moments of stillness, we won't get drowned in that chaotic, great ocean of births. We actually find our footing, some stable ground in the middle of all those waves. But that stability, that's not even the end goal. So what is? What does this inner union actually feel like?
All right, this brings us to the absolute peak of this journey, a state that's described as being beyond the 5 senses. This is the ultimate goal of Andaryogam, a kind of connection that goes way beyond our normal, physical ways of seeing and feeling the world.
The name for this destination is Deva Arivu, which we translate as divine knowledge. But listen, this isn't about knowing facts from a book. No, this is an intimate, direct experience, a deep and personal connection that is the very heart of this inner union.
And to really capture this feeling, the text leaves us with this absolutely stunning verse from the saint Tayumanavar. It's like he's speaking directly to the divine, celebrating this intimate service, this connection that happens completely beyond our sight, our hearing, our smell, taste, or touch.
So let's just quickly break down what this incredible verse is telling us. It's pointing to a state that is truly beyond our physical world, beyond the 5 senses. It calls this connection an intimate service, which suggests a relationship built on deep love and devotion. And at the end of the day, it's all about reaching a direct, one-on-one union with the divine.
And this brings us full circle, right back to that child and their toys. This whole teaching is really an invitation for us to look at our own lives. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. What are the toys in your life, the distractions, the worries, the affairs, that you might need to consciously set aside, even just for a little while, to go looking for something more?